Hey, what's up, everybody? It's another Friday night, and it's another episode of Good Brothers to Mini podcast right here at Church Hill Smoke Shop. It's Friday night. It's ladies' night as always. Man, come see us. I got my right hand man, my partner in crime, Mr. P. Powell to the third Powell, to Mr. Preston Powell the third.
What's going on,
My guy,
Chad? It's
man, I
always
can't
good to be
call
with
him.
good brothers. Abraham Brumfield, he's down today. He's not with us today. He'll probably join us probably next week. You know, as
Preston Big the head scout.
as we always start out with what we spoken today. This week, cigar of the week this week was "Long Live the Queen" by Caldwell Cigars. I'm gonna smoke one of those tonight, and you check out this video right here explaining what "Long Live the Queen." Come down and grab you one.
Yo, welcome back to Churchill Smoke Shop Cigar of the Week. This week's cigar is Long Live the Queen by Caldwell Cigars. It's a handmade thick gauge Toro with a Cameroon wrapper. The binder is Sumatra, and the filler is from Nicaragua in the Dominican Republic. I think you should come down to Churchill Smoke Shop, grab you a stick, and smoke one, and see if you enjoy it. It's fairly new. And yeah, I'll catch you next week.
Now, after you just saw that, I'm gonna go ahead and flame this up. I haven't really smoked this one. This one actually came out. Long Live the Queen. This is just released this year, and it's in the long line of the series of The King is Dead, Long Live the King, Blind Man Bluff. Which Blind Man Bluff is usually my favorite.
Oh yeah, love good blind man's bluff.
Yeah. So, but this is Long Live the Queen. We're gonna see how this thing smoked today, and I'll let you guys know what you think. But Chad, we have another eventful week, and as you guys might not know with the Good Brothers, we communicate. One of the reasons for this podcast is just to give you some insight of the kind of conversations we have sitting around smoking and having a cocktail. And
right.
And the streak continues. I'm drinking wine, so the streak continues.
Elijah Craig Rod.
So I hadn't touched bourbon or rye in almost 2 weeks now.
That gonna change.
Had little Tito's though, but that's all the same. But yeah, speaking of having these conversations, just different things we see and stuff like that. And I sent the guys a little message this week, and it's something that's just perplexed me. What is with these young cats and these porn stars? If you don't know what I'm talking about, just check out this video right here.
NBA center Deandre Ayton has social media going off the rails about his apparent girlfriend. The 25-year-old Phoenix Suns center was seen with Kat Leah, who's been described as a social media model and adult film star in the video she recently shared on Snapchat. These NBA players, man, they never learn. As soon as they get some money and fame, they start dating corn stars they look up to. I mean, look at your boy PJ Washington and Zion Williamson. You give a young man some money, he's going to live out every dream he couldn't. I mean, you can't blame them. At the end of the day, it's their business. But let me know what you think in the comments down below.
He's video, just wifed up, not wifed up, but just hugged up with this. I forgot the porn star name, Letty.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot too. I saw the name. I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
Yeah.
He combing her hair, stuff like that. And I don't want to seem kind of harsh. I don't want to seem harsh. But when you have that type of access, why, man?
Right.
Why? And why be public with it? You are an entity. You representing more than yourself.
Right.
I just don't get it. It is perplexing to me. Now, want to get down with a porn star, man, it's a lot of that's understandable. But the way these cats are doing, because you got Zion and his mess.
Yeah, right.
You got this, and like, bro, what are y'all doing? What has happened to these young cats, man? Either they all the way this way or they acting zesty. I don't know what.
It might be a little bit of both, man.
Man, it's crazy, man.
It might be a little bit of both.
I'm wondering if it has anything to do that they don't have older people around them saying like, "Hey, man, this is not you have access. Why are you even interacting with somebody like that?" And I don't want to seem like I'm just coming down on those those particular people and stuff like that, because it is what it is. But come on, man, you that shouldn't be going on. That's not cool.
Ooh, I can tell you why. I'm gonna go to the mental health aspect with that. It's because of how and again, I'm not trying to sound harsh. Again, I'm only coming from as a person in training in mental health or whatever.
Right.
It's the objectification of porn stars now because it's more acceptable in mainstream social media. And now some of these porn stars are now become social icons.
Yeah, well, you're
And
probably
so
right.
and so with that being said, when social icons come status. So with comes status comes the opportunity to increase one's status or increase the opportunity to be seen. Now, all exposure ain't good exposure.
Right, right,
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you wanna bang a porn star, cool. Do you?
right.
No judgment. Go knock her back loose. I'm just saying.
Right, right. But you
You look at
talking
Kevin
real.
over there.
That's
But
real
I
talk.
mean, I'm just saying. But to a lot of us, what is difficult to process is how you gonna deal with somebody who constantly get their back knocked out every day, all day.
Here's the thing: if yeah, but if it was private and that's your little fetish, that's one thing. But when you're a public figure like these guys are, to just and I think what you said touched on is probably right. I think it's more or less is just what it is today. Because you think about it, what's the lady name? Sexy Red, and what's the other lady? Uh, I can't remember her name. It's Sukiani, whatever her name.
Oh, Sexy
That,
Red got an IEP.
and that all that I'm sitting there thinking
She got an
like,
IEP.
yeah, like what the hell are we doing? I mean,
Let
what
me
are
say
we
it again.
doing?
She got an IEP. Sexy Red. She ain't got no 504 plan.
Right.
She got an IEP.
No,
But it goes back to what I was saying, that what you just said. You reiterated what I said,
mhm,
and you just said it in different words. It's the opportunity to so-called increase an image. But my
right.
thing is, what type of image are you trying to portray? Who are you trying to impress with these so-called acquaintances or relationships or relationship statuses for social
Right.
media? But again, a lot of porn stars have become social icons,
Right.
sort of the underbelly of the social nightlife, because they've become more acceptable because of social
Yeah.
media.
And I guess it is what it is now. It's just part of the thing. So you're 100% right. Speaking of along that same line of mental health,
Uh-huh.
Brittany Renner this week, man. And here's the crazy: she's a former JSU alum. Well, did she graduate?
Yeah, she played soccer.
Yeah, but did she graduate? Did she graduate? Did she?
I think she did actually.
Yeah. So she's. I know she's JS. I know she went to JSU. So I mean, but she had like a meltdown on a podcast, and you guys could take a look at some of that here.
Yo.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yo, she is so disrespectful, bro. And that's all, like, bro, she didn't, like, take in consideration, like, she could have threw water on the microphone on something that's electrical. Like, what? And Charleston White being such a simp. Like, bro, what are you doing? Get up.
Wait a minute. Miss Runner. Miss Runner.
After you looked at that, you had a lot of people saying she was bipolar, but I'm beginning to believe they might be right, because this is like, man, I don't know if it's she's done so much in the past, she can't live it down, and she just don't know what to do with herself, because, she put herself out there in a manner in which it's hard for her to find a real relationship.
Right.
You got a lot of people, because she still got a body on it, so you got a lot of people want to knock her down.
Of course. I mean, you gotta look at Brittany Renner fine, dog.
Right. So, but you ain't got nobody want to, spend, be with her. And then she got a kid, and none of that worked out the way she thought it would. And
that last part what got me. Not mean to cut you off. That last part what got me.
Mhm.
When she was talking about the $2,000 and she broke down, I was like, "Whoa, that's a little deep."
Yeah. That just, man, that's wild, man. You gotta pray for her, but man, that is That it was hard to watch. I mean, be honest
Right.
with you, it was literally hard to watch. Like, golly, it's just what's going on there? Because it's I guess it's like go back to what you were saying when it comes to the mental health of these things. When you go out there and you do certain things and you live a certain life, no matter how many times you can tell people that life is short, man. That life is short. And then most women don't understand that old saying, men age like fine wine, women age like milk. So
Like Spurl.
yeah, I mean, look, let's just call a spade a spade. And the reality is, women you have a short window. When your window is short. Now, a man's window is long.
Yeah.
It is what it is. A woman's born with value. Man, you got to go out there and earn that. So,
Right.
but yeah, it really, it really rung a bell when I saw that video. Her and Charles White and the other guy on that podcast. She jumping on their laps, lap dancing, and 1 minute laughing. Then the next minute she up just throwing water on them, and it was wild, man. It just
But but at the same time, we don't know if that's a flaw. We don't know at the same time that it is the mental health. But I'm gonna touch again on the mental health part. We don't know her triggers. Now, it on the outside looking in, it seems like there's some triggers, especially when it comes to childhood trauma. She's a very attractive girl, very attractive woman,
right.
who's been through some things, obviously in her life. So we don't know what triggers.
Right.
We don't know her life. We don't know her life experiences. We don't know the parts of her life that she's had to suppress and deflect to try to just cope. Because maybe she don't know how to employ positive coping mechanisms to build a stress management system that's positive enough to where she's able to maintain a homeostatic life, meaning balance in her life. That makes sense.
Right.
So, we just don't know. But on the outside looking in, I pray for that she finds some type of peace and balance in her life.
Yeah, and she gotta get out. She gotta get out of that. And I don't think she's gonna find it until she take a full step back from that entertainment, that old entertainment field. Because look, the reality is her body's still there, and she ain't gonna run into anybody who just not gonna want to hear. I mean, on the objectivity that most people are gonna deal with her based off her look.
I've said this before in the Good Brothers Community Podcast, like playing dominoes, baby. All money ain't good money.
You're right about that.
All coochie ain't good coochie. You know why? Because some of it comes with some problems.
A lot of problems. But look, Chad, we'd be remiss and without mentioning congratulations to TC for
guard the yard.
Yeah, going out and blowing out South Carolina State.
Man, they was so salty.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was salty.
But that was all right. I know everybody enjoyed it. We had a huge crowd here at Churchill watching the game. So and it was enjoyable. It was good to see you. You was happy for TC. You were happy for JSU, and it just everything went along the lines of a perfect story, so to say. That because a lot of people just predicted Jackson State just to fall off a cliff. I don't know why they would think that when Jackson State has a long history. Yeah, like we talked about with you, y'all won national champion with 96.
Yeah, Blackhawks not championship. Back to back, swag champ 95, 96. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but that's not the last one. I mean, even before me, thousands, long history of winning. So I don't think anybody here thought that Jackson, any people that know the program, thought the program was gonna fall off a cliff.
Right.
But the public thought it was gonna, that was gonna happen, and I was happy. It really happened. But the big one is this weekend. Which by the time this podcast come out, it's you'll probably have the verdict with the game this weekend. What's it called? The Orange Blossom Classic?
Wait a minute. Say it one more time.
I said, what's the game this weekend called? The Orange Blossom Classic?
Yeah, Orange Classic. Yeah, something. I guess something happened with Wi-Fi just then. But yeah, Orange Blossom Classic been going on since the 60s.
Right.
Since the 60s, yeah. Orange Blossom Classic in Miami, Gardens, Florida.
Mm-hmm. So we'll know those results by the time the podcast go out. That's the game against Florida State and Jackson State will air this weekend, this Sunday. If you're not going to Miami, come down to Churchill. This Sunday, we'll have the game on. We have 10 people in the building, and you get to enjoy it.
That's right. Churchill Smoke Shop is going down.
And that's Harper.
Sunday.
That's Harper you hear in the background being loud.
Yeah, that's Harpo.
Yeah. But yeah. So I was happy for TC, man. Everything went well. I mean,
right.
Both sides of the ball played well.
Right. But
this is this is the game right here this weekend, and the challenge that I think this is the game where you're really going to see where the team is at right now. Which it should be, because Florida A&M is good again. They've been good every year they've been since they joined the SWAC. So I think this is gonna be the one that's gonna decide, how the season's gonna go per se.
Yeah, but first of all, just let me say this: FAMU has been traditionally fundamentally sound. FAMU has been traditionally a school that took pride, have a great tradition and legacy. And been very competitive. They've had some down years, but overall the program have done some great things and had some first. They've won in the national playoffs before. Right. So I always look forward to them upholding who they are. I would never count a FAMU out, even though you got some folks, some Jackson State haters. It's amazing. Yeah. How much people pray for our downfall, but I give credit to FAMU. I'm just hoping for a good ball game on Sunday.
So I'm not going to ask you for a score or do a prediction, because by the time this podcast come out, the game probably be over with, since we do the podcast Friday night live here on the Hill, and the game is actually Sunday, and this podcast probably go up on Sunday. So I mean, how do you perceive beyond the FAMU game this season going with that showing you saw against South Carolina State? Because personally, I just tell you where I'm at. I think they might drop a game or two, but I still would favor them to win the SWAC again. That's what I think. I think they win the SWAC again, but I think they drop a game or two.
Okay. Yeah. Well, based on what I saw Sunday and based on the rest of the SWAC, if Coach Taylor is able to keep them grounded, if he's able to keep them in tune, embossed, engrossed in the game, in the season, and understand what's at stake. Because when I played, of course, I'm not trying to make it about me or us back in the gap.
Right.
Every game was a championship game to us. And I think that's what's the mentality that Coach Taylor is bringing, that every game is a championship game. And when you have that mentality, you got the opportunity to run the tape.
Yeah.
So that those 1 or 2 games, yeah, I can see that. And one of those games could be next weekend at Southern.
Well, see, that's the game I point out, because you're playing on the road for Southern. Alabama State game is going to be tricky, and the game Sunday is going to be tricky. Those are 3 games that I had in my mind that they'll win. I had them winning at least 2 or 3 of those, 2 out of 3. Right. I think they dropped 1 of them, maybe 2 of them. But I still see them winning the SWAC.
Right.
And then going back to the MEAC the Celebration Bowl again, back to back. What will be 3 years in a row, right? Or 4 years?
Yeah. No, 3. It'd be 3.
3 years in a row. So I have them winning the SWAC, but I think they're gonna drop a game or 2 this year. Just through the transition, and not just, and it's nothing that TC and them doing, because I think they're just as good. I think most of the other teams have elevated themselves as well. And it just at some point, you the rubber meets the road. You'll drop a game too. But
I'll be in Baton Rouge next week. I'll be there.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a tough one there, because that you know, well, I mean, you've been to Southern, Chad, you know what it's like trying to play there.
Man, what?
So
Let
yeah,
them folks cut the wild tire bus.
yeah. So that is rough there. It's rough down there in Baton Rouge, man.
Oh
It's
yeah.
rough.
Oh yeah. So old Scotlandville.
There you go.
My goddaddy stayed in Scotlandville.
Chad, you know, most people don't know you almost went to Southern, huh?
Man, what? Did I?
Yeah,
I sure did.
I was
Man,
with
shout out
Southern.
to Coach Smith, man. Coach Smith recruited me, and I had some friends with the Southern. Shout out to my friend was on the Good Brothers Committee podcast one night.
Uh,
My guy from Dallas Cigar Week.
oh yeah, Dallas Cigar Week. Yeah, that's one
Yeah,
of the earlier podcasts.
Joffrey
Yeah.
Holloway. Yeah, Joffrey Holloway. Man, I almost did. It was close. My recruiting visit, my parents let me drive. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, they had a home basketball game in the Mini Dome.
Mm.
I would have signed that night. I had a great I had a great time, but I was like, let me wait a little bit.
Right.
Coach Smith was very good about the process.
Uh-huh.
He recruited me to the end. That's one reason why I have a lot of respect for him. Coach Richardson and the staff. They had Coach Orlando. He was the offensive coordinator back then.
Right.
That's why I always have a lot of respect for the Southern program. I had a niece that graduated from Southern, played in the band.
Right.
But hey, me and Southern, I would have been back home the end of the first semester before Christmas. I'd have left at Thanksgiving.
Right.
I would have made the Mardi Gras. Nah. If I said if I'm playing the swag, I might well stay at home, and I'm glad I did. But then again, like I said, salute to Coach Smith, man, great guy. He was the offensive line coach who recruited me at Southern, but they wanted me to play O-line. I didn't want to play O-line. I want to play defense, and that's the ultimate reason why I chose Jackson State University.
Oh, well, good deal. Well, we'll see what that's next weekend. But this weekend, Jackson State, Florida A&M. The game will be going on live here at Churchill Smoke Shop. You know, if you get a chance, come out. It is Friday, ladies' night on the hill. Got college football on all the TVs. And the Queen, long live the Queen. Really good, smooth smoke. I really like it. Like it a lot. You know, I'm a hot box. I like it a lot. It just came out this year. So
that Great Asylum.
Yeah.
Ogre, 8x6.
So you get a chance, visit your local brick and mortar, grab you one, or come by Churchill Smoke Shop, grab you one, and enjoy it. Long live the Queen. Well, Chad, that's all I had this week, man. If you ain't got nothing else.
Hey, y'all, as always, the like, share, subscribe button. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Tell a friend, tell another friend about the Good Brothers Community Podcast. And hey, sometimes just come see us. Come meet a friend. Leave with a friend.
And feel free to want to come on and hop on if you got something you want to discuss or something you want to bring up the Good Brothers Committee. Send us a message, or like Chad said, get in the comments section. And remember, support your local brick and mortars. I know a lot of people order cigars online. That's fine, because you want to get something you like. But support your brick and mortars, because they always have access to cigars that you'll never be able to buy online.
Right.
You know, I think you can get Long Live the Queen online. It's Caldwell Cigars, but there's always something you won't be able to grab. But with that being said, I don't have nothing else. We see you guys next week.
Man, smoke some. See y'all later. Peace.
All right.